if you actually start to find out who you are, you'll find yourself in the foundation that you were created to do, what you were created to be. Welcome everybody again to New Wine, presented by Upper Level Enterprises. I'm your boy Joshua Miles, and it's just actually great to be here again with you guys, and I'm hoping that this is a blessing to you as it is to me. I just love being able to release words of wisdom, of courage, inspiration, so I'm just praying that everything is going well in your life. On our last episode, we went over consistency, and I hope I was able to shed some light on some things, and maybe you might have been able to even start recreating some better habits and all those great things. Matter of fact, just put that in the comments for us and let us know how all that is working out. All right. I want to get to another great topic today. I think you'll love it. I want to talk about foundation. Foundation. What's been your foundation? What's your makeup? What's been actually putting you together at this point in your life? You know, foundation. It's crazy because if you actually look at that word foundation, the first word in that word foundation is what? Found. Found. Isn't that interesting? Found. And the definition of found, you'll like this. It's having been discovered by chance or unexpectedly. So I want to really build off of that today. I want to build off of having been discovered by chance or unexpectedly. Have you ever found something that was so rare, that was so unexpectedly that you didn't understand, like, wow, how did I end up finding this? Well, we're going to get into that today. That's going to be really good. So I want to really pick that word found apart a little bit, and I want to define it the way I think it could be helpful for you. So found, the first word, F, faith. Second word, O, ownership. The next word, U, equals understanding. The next word, N, new, right? And then the last word, D, for dominion, all right? So we have faith, we have ownership, we have understanding, we have new, or you can even say newness, and then we have dominion. So in that word found, I'm really wanting to expand to the point to where we could actually see if our foundation comes from being found on a level of faith, on the level of ownership, on the level of understanding, on the word newness, and now you have dominion. That is the foundation that we want to really build on. You got to have faith in order to be able to move to the next level. You now have to have ownership of being able to be even accountable, right? I'm not even just talking about owning just certain things, but ownership of being accountable of your own self, right? And then the understanding part is this. You're going to really love this part. Understanding, where it also talks about in scripture of having a peace that surpasses all understanding. Why? Because you're going to have challenges that are going to challenge even your peace. But if your peace is unbreakable, right, then there won't be so many cracks that can come in and start tearing up your foundation. Isn't that good? And then dominion, you have dominion. Watch this. So if we were called to have dominion, that means that we were called to have dominion over the earth, over the fish in the sea. It talks about that in Genesis 1:26. But it's amazing to me because if you actually start to find out who you are, you'll find yourself in the foundation, what you were created to do, what you were created to be, right? So then if we really check it out, if you go into a house, right? We've all been in nice homes, and seen what nice homes could maybe look like. Let me just say that. But the first thing that you're looking at is how it looks on the inside. You're not looking at the ground. You're not saying, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful foundation we have here, right? It's more of like, we're so impressed with how the house looks inside versus what looks like underneath the surface of the house. The point I'm trying to make on that is this. If your foundation isn't right, or if it's off, then what happens is it creates an imbalance in the house to where the foundation of the house will not be stable, right? And I believe a lot of us right now are going through some things that we're still trying to find stability, and when we're trying to find stability, sometimes it could be an unbalanced foundation that we don't even know that we've created. And you might be asking yourself, like, well, what kind of foundation could I have created to make myself or feel this way of uncertainty? Well, let's just go through some daily checks. Has our foundation been experiencing a lot of anger? Has our foundation been experiencing a lot of bitterness? Has our foundation been experiencing jealousy, hatred? All these things that can allow our foundation to really be shaken and crazy. You know what I mean? It talks about also in Matthew 7 where Jesus explains a parable about your house being stable with the right foundation, the rock, right? And what I love about that is the fact that challenges are going to come, right? But watch this. We can't get caught up in what we love to call a problem, right? Because it's really not a problem. What it is it's a challenge to help us think higher than what it seems that a problem would actually have. Could it be that the thing that we call a problem is actually sharpening us that we can actually have the solution, right? Because what I'm continuing to discover is the fact that even though challenges may come, they're there actually to make sure that you can go to the next level with your foundation. So when the tests do come, because they're going to come, let me tell you something, life is going to always bring challenges. It's going to always bring some type of adversity. But at the end of the day, do you have the strength and the foundation to when the storms that will come in life, that your foundation can be tested to know I'm battle tough tested here. You know what I'm saying? Because how do you respond to the adversity? How do you respond to all these things that are coming at you at once? You know what I mean? And I feel like this is the time and the place that we have to really soak ourselves into knowing what our foundation is and where do we actually come from, in the sense of knowing the fact that my mind is going to have an understanding that surpasses everything that is being thrown at me. Because it's always a challenge to go to the next level, right? It seems like maybe you're facing this over here, and then you got this other thing coming at you right over there, and it's like, man, can I just have a break just to deal with this one problem over here? I don't know if you ever felt like that, but it's like, can I at least just get through this over here? But yet we don't realize that it's building our foundation. And guess what the foundation really is? Our character. How many people right now, how many of us really truly need to continue to keep getting our character together? You know what? This is so good. Let's continue this on the next episode of Foundation. We'll be back.